It's happened. It's happened. Potter is gone. Oh, Paddy.
I'm laughing because obviously we're streaming the match here. We're watching it between us. But during the intro, there's a caption where you were going, yeah. And I was like, oh, the Liverpool or the Chelsea score.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Beyond the Ball. I am obviously Collie, and this week I'm joined by Big Paddy. Paddy, what's happening?
How's it going? Not a happy man.
Why not? I'm a very happy man now, to be honest.
United lost.
Who cares? That's not the news of the week. That's not the news of the week, Paddy. Come on. Talking about fucking Potter here. He's gone. It's great. Chelsea are back. We are watching Chelsea and Liverpool, by the way. So you may hear some outrageous outbursts. Apologies if you hear anything that you don't like to hear, but that's kind of your problem. Paddy, we're going to look back at some of the matches from the week. We have a bit of news, obviously a couple of seconds and stuff like that we'll talk about. We'll have a look at the fantasy football, and then we will we'll look at the weekend fixtures as well, and kind of just some on Wednesday, I believe, as well. So, Paddy, we're going to jump straight into the football review.
Kante is back.
Kante is back, baby. That midfield tree we have Kante, Kovacic, and Enzo. That's unbelievable. That's actually
compared to Liverpool's defensive line.
I know.
Just for people that aren't watching it, maybe, or just tuning in here.
Yeah, I'll go through the team. I'll go through the team, right? So Chelsea lineup is Kepa in goal, Fofana, Koulibaly, and Cucurella. Reece James, right wing back, Ben Chilwell, left wing back. Then they have Kovacic, Kante, and Fernandez in the center, and then they have Joe Felix and Kai Havertz up top. Liverpool, I think, is a weird lineup. I don't know what the fuck's going on with that. Alisson in goal, Gomez right back, Kanate, Matip, and Tsimikas. Then they have Curtis Jones, Fabinho, and Henderson in the middle. And then they've Jota, Firmino, and Nunes up top. Still a strong kind of top three, but where they haven't started Salah, they haven't started Robertson, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Gakpo. And I don't know where Van Dijk is. I don't know if he's injured, but he's not even in the squad. So don't know what's going on there. Yeah, I think he's probably trying to prove a point just to show that we do need some players. So yeah, I don't know whether that's it. Paddy, I think.
Here we go.
Go on, Felix. Go on, Joe.
Oh.
Go on. Oh, you stupid fucking German bastard. Paddy, I suppose we'll give it out now because I was gonna give it later for the betting challenge. We done the same bet. So I'll give it now while it's in play and it's still going. We've done a tenner on Joe Felix to have a shot on target and Nunes to have two shots. That could have been Joe Felix's right there, but fortunately wasn't. So yeah.
Shane just commented in there, Virgil van Dijk is ill, but I don't think playing shit is being ill. I think it's just playing shit.
He's ill-talented. Right, the first game, Paddy, we're going to look at Man City and Liverpool. A spanking for Liverpool. It was a beautiful thing to see. What did you think of this game? Were you expecting this type of result, or did you think they'd be a bit tighter?
I think I said last week, maybe a little bit tighter, but looked at this as just. I think the one game against United was a bit of an anomaly, and then they're just back to normal Liverpool. Even the changes they made from the bench, I think at one stage he brought 4 players on at once, to turn the game around. And if anything, they made them worse. Trent Alexander-Arnold making some horrendous mistakes at the back to give away goals to Man City. They're in a mess. What a fall from grace from nearly getting the quadruple last year to becoming a mid-table team this year, to becoming a pre-Klopp Liverpool. Because that's what they're back to now.
Oh, Jesus.
I think Liverpool now are pre-Klopp.
Yeah. I think they need what Chelsea needed, and it's a big, massive rebuild where they just need they need a brand new midfield and they need a brand new defense. Well, not so much.
They just need to spend like €1 billion.
They just needed a whole new team. Look, the defense, they need 1 or 2 additions to the defense anyway. The midfield, I think, for Liverpool is probably their weakest, and could definitely do with some depth in there. So yeah, I think they're in a rough situation. I don't know whether Klopp fancies it in terms of like him doing under a rebuild. I don't know whether that would work from him. What?
I don't think he'll have the fun. I don't think he's going to have the funds to compete with Man City, Chelsea, Newcastle, Manchester United in the coming seasons, and Arsenal now as well. So. I just don't think I don't think Liverpool have the money because the owners were looking to sell. No matter what they say, they're going to take private investment now from somewhere else. But whether they're willing to put that into the squad, because they haven't previously been, unless they've sold big. It doesn't look good, and if I was a Liverpool supporter, I would not be happy, and I would not be very hopeful for what's to come in the next couple of seasons.
Paddy, Jurgen Klopp had the press conferences. I think it was yesterday, and Potter was sacked, and he walked into the press conference, and he says, "Okay, we'll address the elephant in the room." Everybody thinking that he's probably going to say, "Yeah, Potter's being sacked" or whatever. He goes, "You're probably still wondering why I'm still here now in this crazy world." Do you know what I mean? Like, so he's self-aware to know that he's not doing a good enough job for Liverpool.
Absolutely.
But it is a thing that me and you used to grill Connor about, and the position of Klopp. Like, to me, it just seems like he's untouchable with Liverpool. Like, I don't think he could do. I think he could. Like, he sitting in 7th or 8th now at this stage? I'd finish bottom half and not get sacked.
It's crazy. Like the only untouchable I've seen would have been Alex Ferguson in the Premier League. Other than that, like, Klopp has won 1 league and 1 Champions League.
Yeah,
they've performed well, all right, but to be untouchable with that record, like, it's not that good, really. Like, it's great winning them, but in the length of time he's there, supposedly he's the best manager since fucking Shankly. Like, you know, it's just it's not. It doesn't add up.
I think the main reason that Liverpool fans think he's so good is because I think they're the only club ever to reach 90 points and not win the Premier League as well. So in their eyes, that's nearly a Premier League win. But in reality, it's not. Like, it's not. You don't get anything. You don't get handed out for second. So that's why I think they're on such a kind of fucking nearly riding them, because like, he's done well, but like, he's only won, like you're saying, 1 Premier League and 1 Champions League in the supposedly most dominant era of football for Liverpool Football Club, which is wrong, because they've how many Champions Leagues? They've got fucking 5 or 6 Champions Leagues. They've got multiple league titles. Never mind Premier League. We're talking league. We're talking way back. Like, so to say that he's the best manager Liverpool have ever had is absolutely scandalous, and it's like it's an insult to their previous.
Absolutely, it really is. And if you look at these teams and where they get their eras of dominance, you know, and then they kind of fade away. It was 20, 30 years before Liverpool won a Premier League again. And it looks like the trend, the upwards trend, they won the league. Then Van Dijk, it seems, when he got injured, things started, that season things started moving down, and it's just getting worse and worse. And like, to do a rebuild, was there an element of luck in the players he bought? They all fit together, and they performed really well to win that 1 Premier League in the COVID season. So, exclamation mark, even. What was it, a real?
Exactly. I was gonna say the one they have has the exclamation mark, and you can't deny that. Like,
they're not going to be able to get to those heights again. And if anything, it was in a period when the other big teams just weren't performing as well. So Chelsea weren't performing as well. Manchester United weren't performing as well. Arsenal weren't performing as well. So the only ones they really had to come up against were City. And even though City are one of the best Premier League sides we've ever seen, undoubtedly, as a competitor, you get raised to those levels by the competition. If you're second place, because they turn around and they say, "Oh, well, Arsenal United never got that points total." But I can guarantee you, if there was a team there, like when Mourinho came in at United, or for Chelsea against United, for a couple of seasons he won the league, and then United had to raise their performance to just pip them, and it's just the way cycles go. They had the power to be Man City one season, but that's it, and that's not a great team. Like, if you want to be counted really as a great team, you retain your title, you win it, and you retain it. That's a true championship side.
And I can't remember who it was that said it, Paddy, but it could have been. I'm not even gonna guess. But he made a point that like these players like talking about how good Van Dijk is. So I can't remember who it was. It was an ex-Premier League player, very good player. I don't know who. I can't remember who it was on top of my head. But he was saying he didn't have to come up against the Didier Drogba. He didn't have to come up against the fucking Wayne Rooney. Like any of them big Henry's. Like he didn't come up against them any world class. The odd one or two, Harry Kane may be very, very difficult to play against. Like, and there has been a couple of good strikers in their time, but to the extent where they're nearly playing them every week. Whereas when Chelsea were back in the day, they'd have to come up against a very hungry and aggressive Wayne Rooney. Then you go to Arsenal, you're coming up against an Henry. Then you go to Liverpool and you're coming up against whoever they had at the time, like someone fucking up top. Like, do you know what I mean? So everybody always had a very strong striker. Whereas now it's kind of like they're not really that difficult to defend against, I'd say most of them. Like, but there's no one that's world class other than say maybe Harry Kane, I think at the moment.
No, I understand what you're saying.
So they would have came up against harder players back in the day. So I agree with that. Oh fucking hell! I'll tell you what, Chelsea are opening these up like a pair of fucking nuns.
So what did you think of the game?
It kind of became a bit embarrassing for them, to be honest with you. They didn't really look like they were arsed. Man City, I'll tell you what, right? And I've always said it. Jack Grealish is unbelievable, and he had a bit of a fucking slow start to his career, but I think that was Pep kind of not rushing him in too much. Like, I think Jack Grealish is one of the best midfielders in the league, to be honest with you. And you're starting to see the rewards for it now. Like, he's so tricky. Every time he gets the ball, it looks like he's going to be fouled. He's creating assists. He's creating goals. That's the same thing. He's scoring goals. But I just think he's very good, like, and he's very underrated. And I just think that Manchester City team, I don't think it's the best we've seen them for a while. I don't think squad depth is really as good as it used to be. Like, when you look at their bench, they had, I think a man's name is Perrotta, then they had Cole, Palmer, Cole, whatever his fucking name is. Then they'd Rico Lewis. So they had a couple of young guys that are kind of not to that level maybe as such just yet. They might be in a couple of years, but like where you looked at Man City probably maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and the bench would be frightening. You know, all of them players on the bench would walk into pretty much any Premier League team. I don't think they have that now, so it's probably not a bad time for Arsenal to be leading the league because, again, they're relying on no injuries and stuff like that to come in. So, but the game itself, I think just Liverpool showed what they were all about. They don't really have it. It's kind of embarrassing. That's the only way I can really describe it for them. Yeah. Embarrassing.
They won't be challenging for the title again for a long time.
No, I don't think so. Unless they have an influx of players, like I'm talking at least 5-6 players, and all players that are going to really strengthen that team, because you could change nearly everybody in that midfield. You could change probably 3 other defenders, and you'd still probably be looking at them going, are they still going to fucking put a challenge in? So I don't see them getting anywhere near for the next couple of years anyway. And again, I don't know whether Klopp wants to be involved in that. I know he has a contract till what is it, 2026 or something, but I don't know whether he's going to see that out. Anything else to add, Paddy?
No, I think we've bashed him enough.
Okay, yeah. It's a pity Connor's not here, you know. We'd really get something out of him, you know. Right, on to the next one. Another 4-1 result. Arsenal versus Leeds. Paddy, were you expecting this? I think we kind of were expecting this one. We weren't really expecting Leeds to put up. Oh, Ferguson just scored for Brighton. Go on the Irish.
I'm putting Leeds to be relegated this season.
Think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, themselves,
Southampton,
Bournemouth, and maybe Notts Forest. Maybe.
Ooh, I would have said Southampton.
Yeah,
Bournemouth. Oh, it's a tough one. I think is it between fucking last position and something like 13th. There's about 3 or 4 points. It's going to be tight. Everyone's looking at the top and who's leading up at the top and who's getting the top 4. Everyone's ignoring this fucking outrageous battle we have going on for relegation. Like, and there's battles all over the league, and this fucking the last couple of weeks in this league they're going to be juicy. fixtures. And I'm looking at, I think it was who was it that was saying? I think it was United. United's fixtures in theory look very easy, but when you've got these teams that are really battling for their lives, them games become so much more difficult when you're playing an Everton team, say, that you would have thought at this stage in the season, sitting mid-table, safe. Now they're fighting for their fucking lives and they need every single point they can get. So they're going to start taking points off teams. And that's what you're going to get against even the likes of Bournemouth and Southampton, who you'd think, right, bottom of the league, they're probably nearly relegated. They're still well within it. So there's I think the competitive nature of these games is going to be a lot higher than they would be usually in previous seasons.
But it isn't the Premier League in anyway. There's no easy games.
Yeah, never is. Yeah. Well, like I just think now at this stage, sometimes you could see a few teams going into holiday mode. You know, that's the way when you're mid-table, you have nothing to play for. You're not going to get relegated. You're not going to be able to get Europa. I think that's where you kind of get that little bit of a small dead band where teams just don't really give a fuck and they're in holiday mode. Like, but other than that, this season I don't see it happening.
Yeah.
So, Paddy, I'm going to ask you a question, and I want your honest answer. Do you think that Arsenal are going to win the league?
I still think City might pip them. I'd prefer to see Arsenal win the league, but I do still think City might pip them because
I really don't.
I know Arsenal have a run of 3 or 4 really tough games. I think it's Liverpool away, Newcastle away, and 1 or 2 other ones. So I was watching, I seen on the overlap there, they were naming them off. And I think Man City have a slightly more forgiving run in compared to Arsenal. Now, there still is 8 points in the difference. So it's, I don't know. And then I suppose then you've got to look at City has Champions League. City have Champions League football. Arsenal just have to focus on the Premier League. We'll probably just give it to Arsenal. If you're betting,
you think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Like I think if you were to offer the Premier League or the Champions League to Man City, they pick the Champions League all day because Pep's been there, done that, and he wants to win that Champions League so badly with Man City. You can see it. You can see how badly he wants to win it. Like, so I think if you giving him the option, he's probably going to focus a bit more on the Champions League rather than the Premier League. Like,
And then, do you think City are as strong as they have been, or they look as good as they have done since?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I was watching Thierry Henry the other night talking about Haaland and about how Thierry Henry used to adapt his game. Oh, Jesus.
What an idiot. Why would Kepa do that? Like, just put it into the fucking touchline. Like, why would you clear the ball when you're outside your box to the center of the fucking pitch? What an idiot. Like, sorry, buddy.
But yeah, no, they're not quite as strong.
Did you see that? Did you? Like, did you fucking see that? Like, geez, he's running down the line and someone tries to play the ball over the top. He just runs and hits him in the fucking back of the head and goes out for throw. Like, fucking cabbage. Sorry.
No, you're all right. I can't even. I lost my train of thought. Yeah, City not as strong as they were. Haaland, as amazing of a striker as he is, does he fit into Pep's style? Pep never played with the big, demanding, aggressive forward. Like you're seeing it in any of his teams. He likes 11 midfielders, little midfielders on the pitch that are real technical. So I think they've more chance of going for the league than they do Champions League. I don't see them winning the Champions League this year.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I don't see them winning the Champions League either, and I'm not just saying that because I actually think Chelsea could win it if we can get a manager sorted and do it quickly. I don't think Real Madrid are going to be as hard as people think they're going to be. I know everybody keeps going, "Oh, they're beasts. They knocked out Liverpool." Like, let's be honest, it's Liverpool. Like, and that's gonna 100% come and bite me now because they're gonna fucking score right now. Watch, they're gonna score right now. That's okay. I mean, that sums up Liverpool right there. Yeah, so I think Chelsea are going to get through against Real Madrid, and I know I'm biting myself in the fucking arse here, but like I think they're 8 or 9 points behind Barcelona in the league or something, or 12 points maybe. There's a massive gap, I think. So they're not all that and a slice of bread. Did I say that last week as well?
They're not all that and a slice of bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, but you
it's
said
not
it
even
wrong.
A saying. That's not even a saying. Where am I getting that from?
They're not all that and a slice of bread. They're the best things in sliced bread. That's the saying.
That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know where I'm getting that from.
But even then, it's wrong in the context. You don't say they're not the best thing since sliced bread.
No, it doesn't make sense. Whatever I'm saying, it just doesn't make sense. Paddy, anything else to add on to that one? So you don't. So you think Arsenal may win the league?
Yeah, I think that's
still too early.
No, I do think they will. Oh, I do. Like they just look like they're on a roll now. And who do you see beating them really? Other than one or two games, right? Okay, Liverpool away. Say Liverpool perform really well. They're still 5 points 5 points ahead, even if City win their games in hand.
Yeah,
I think.
I don't know. I think.
I
think you're right. I think they're 8 points now. City have one game in hand, which leaves them 5 points.
So City win their game in hand, then it's 5. Oh, well, then if they can get it down to 5 and Arsenal lose one game and it goes down to 2 points,
pressure.
That's when your squeaky bum time comes in.
Yeah, so I'm looking at this lineup now, right? That Liverpool are after selecting, and no Van Dijk, no Salah, not Mo Salah, no Trent, no Robertson, and I'm thinking to myself, does Klopp want to fuck Arsenal over here on the weekend? Is he resting them for Arsenal?
Oh,
I tell you what, I'd love to see it. You'd love to see it.
Would you know? Would you prefer?
I fucking hate Arsenal. I fucking hate Arsenal. Hate.
I suppose you're used to the London club.
Oh no, but that's not even relevant to me because I'm not from London and I always get abuse online. Oh, Irish, what have you got to do with Chelsea? Blah, blah, blah. It's just me team, right? Fuck off. Like, you know what I mean? I like Chelsea when I was growing up. But like nothing to do with London for me. I think why I would hate Arsenal and Spurs and the likes of them is because you get a bit of a feistier game. Nothing to do with the people and fucking location or any of that bollocks. Like, I don't care about that.
Yeah.
I think they're feistier games and there'd be more controversial decisions. So that would just, over time, just build up for me going, this cunt fucking, the stuff stays in your head over the years. Like, so, I don't know. It's not a fucking location thing for me because obviously not in London. So, Paddy, you happy to move on from that one? Nothing to add to that?
What's next?
No, the next one you're going to absolutely fucking hate. It's Newcastle 2, Manchester United 0. Paddy, I asked you for a reaction video, and the response I got back was, it's on the way. And I sent a thumbs up, and then that was the last. And this is the first
I thought you realized I was
being
sarcastic. Could you not read the sarcasm in the text message, no?
I was thinking to myself, I was like, I think he's being sarcastic here, but if I just play it like I'm being serious, he might actually do it. It obviously didn't work. So, talk to us. What happened with United?
To be honest, I like saving my reactions for the podcast because there's nothing left for the pod then if I don't. But
fair enough.
There was a stat given before the game when that back four start together. I think it was 6 times this season. They've only won once with Daloa at the back, even with Varane and Martinez.
Oh, what a goal!
Offside.
Oh,
Someone's
you
offside.
fucker! You fucker! Get that flag up your hole.
It will go to VAR.
I'll tell you what, Reece James, what a strike that is. Oh, come on.
Yes.
Go on, sorry.
Just didn't have the same fight as Newcastle. But I said last week, no, I did say I thought we'd win it, but I did say this could very well be a revenge mission for Newcastle after the final. Yeah. And that's exactly what it was. I think it was like a final again, but United just didn't have the end product. I was surprised he took Anthony off in the second half because I think he was one of the best players for us on the pitch. He looked dangerous, but he took himself off and put on Sancho, who was offside there.
I think they're saying Fernandez is offside. Look, see his knee. This is going to be tight because his toe was ahead of him, but his knee is slightly leaning over his toe.
Yeah.
So I don't know what way they're going to do the lines.
But big result in terms of top 4 because United now, from being, I suppose, nearly certs for Champions League before the international break, are now 5th. Now we do have a couple of games in hand.
Can I just say, Paddy? Because remember, I'd say probably was it? Probably would have been 4 or 5 weeks ago when United were on their kind of the high. We were talking about United potentially challenging for the league. Now, I know you probably didn't get ahead of yourself too much, but
no,
there was a potential that they could have got themselves into a title challenge. But now, all of a sudden, we're finding them struggling to get top 4. Like their away record is a serious issue. They're having an awful time away from home, and I don't know why that is. Yeah, it's offside. The only thing I'd ask you, Paddy, is, and Andy McNulty sent it to me there the other day, and for all the hype and the bigging up of Eric Ten Hag, if you look at where Manchester United were this stage last season, the points total was the exact same. Now he's had 2 games less.
We're 3 points ahead.
No, he's had 2 games less. Sorry, this time this day.
And we were 3 points. We're 3 points ahead this season.
I don't think so.
Now at the same. Yes, we are. We are.
Now, are you talking about with the same amount of games? Because I'm talking about 2 less, so you might have won and lost one in the meantime.
Won, lost.
Because the stat I seen was United had played 26 and 28 was compared or something like that. So it might be slightly different. But yeah, there's only about 3 points in it.
Well, we've won the Carabao Cup, semi-finals of the FA Cup, and semi-finals of the Europa League, quarter-finals of the Europa League. Quarters, yeah.
I think, yeah.
So look, we're in a much better position. Much better position. Better squad. It's annoying me the lack of fight. Before the international break, I was saying, okay, they're playing an awful lot of games in a row here. So coming towards the end of it, I was saying maybe they're just tired, but that excuse shouldn't have been there against Newcastle. But I seen this at the start of the season, and I seen it once or twice in other games when they lost that kind of fire, but the next game then they got it back, and it's a game they're going to need to get it back for, because we're playing fucking Brighton, not Brighton, Burnley.
When?
Not Burnley.
When? In the league or
on Wednesday, tomorrow?
Oh, Brentford.
That's, I knew it was a B. Brentford, who hammered us at the start of the season, so it won't be an easy game. I think Casemiro will be out for this one, and the Everton game the weekend. We really, really need him back badly. I think Eriksen will be back for the weekend game against Everton. But following a defeat like that, which was unacceptable, to be honest with you, going for the top 4 places.
Yeah.
We do have a few players coming back. Martial is back now as well. Got the Austrian sausage out. I know he worked well. He worked hard, but you want your number 9 being a threat.
Yeah.
And all teams know that if they cut out Marcus Rashford and Anthony cutting in and taking that shot on his left foot, it's very easy to defend against United's front line at the moment. But
you kind of let him go a bit, don't you? You let him just have a bit of space, because he's not really a threat, where you can nearly then double up on Rashford, and yes, Rashford becomes less of a threat then. Like,
yeah, because he's not very good whatsoever. He works hard to try and win the ball back. And
here we go. You're shit, fucking idiot.
I think we got away with it for the large part because we were getting decent results.
Yeah.
But as soon as the results have started to turn out, there's a bit more focus on him, or what we're lacking, because we need a couple of goals now.
Yeah.
I just hope Anthony Martial can stay fit now going towards the end of the season, because I think he can be a big plus if he does, because I even seen 1 or 2 bits of link-up play after he came on against Newcastle that just looked better than fucking the Austrian sausage. So
like he has, like, and we've talked about this. I think just to look at this stage, we're talking about for fucking years with Martial. He does have massive potential. In fairness to him, like, he's got bags of talent, but it's just like he looks like he's just a lazy fucking the attitude. He just looks like he doesn't want to be there. It looks like it looks like it is a fucking job for him. Do you know what I mean? It's not that hobby that he loves, that he's passionate about. It just looks like he's fucking paid to do a job, and he's miserable doing the job. Oh, Frank Lampard's in the stands. Big shout out to Frankie L. So yeah, I think if you can keep Martial fit, I think it's a massive, massive boost for United.
Yes, it is.
Sorry, I got distracted. Someone texted me there. I thought it was a goal. So yeah, Paddy, what, like, looking at it over the summer, what do you think you need to improve? Who would you bring in if you could bring people in, and who would you get rid of? Let's not give individuals for bringing in. Let's give more positional kind of, like, who would you bring in?
Striker.
Yeah.
Striker, absolutely. Striker, right back. I think we're all right at left back. I think we're fairly okay with centre backs. I'd get rid of Maguire probably, and
Would you?
You'd have some cover there, yeah, because we've plenty of centre backs now. And I think the captaincy needs to fully go over to Fernandes probably, or else maybe give it to somebody else in terms of the likes of the Casemiro or
would you not give it to De Gea?
Martinez? I'd maybe Martinez.
Yeah, he's new enough though, isn't he?
Huh?
He's new enough though, isn't he?
Yeah, well, he'll have a season under his belt for next season.
Yeah,
but to be honest, I don't think he'll take it off Fernandes. I think Fernandes will get the
I think so.
I think it cause more harm than good. But okay, striker.
Harry Kane.
Right back, striker and right back.
Would you take Harry Kane?
Would I? Yes, I fucking would. But not for over 100 million for his age. No way.
I don't know. To be honest with you, I'd nearly just say, do you know what? Just fucking pay it. Like, it doesn't come out of your pocket. Let's be honest.
No. Hey, look, if the Saudis come in and they want to spend 180 million on Harry Kane, I'm not going to go, oh, for fuck's sake, I'll be delighted. But it's not really good business if you think about it, you know.
No, you'll never get that back. But what you could get is returns on trophies and league positions, which may make up for it, you know.
Absolutely you could. And I think defenses and teams would fear United with a striker like that. But look, I think they're going to be getting a striker over the summer either way, and they're slim pickings at the moment, so it's whether they can get or they can compete with other teams. You're going to have to pay top dollar now, because when things are, so how would you say, scarce in supply, demand goes up. Yeah, exactly. No, demand goes up, and the price that means the price will go up. So if they can get Harry Kane, which I think Harry Kane has to move, he has to move if he wants to win anything. Look, he can be a one club legend if he wants, but I think his aspirations are to win a couple of trophies before he retires. It has to be. Of his talent, it has to be.
Yeah, definitely. To be honest with you, Paddy, I actually think you are going to get him, and I think it might be a massive difference for you. Like, I think the only thing Daniels would be worried about is just trying to make sure that defensively you're sound and midfield is sound, and then I think your attack is sorted. Like, so you've got the likes of Sancho, who you still know has talent. Then you've got the likes of Anthony. Then you've got Rashford. Do you know what I mean? You have so much talent there as well that, like, a good striker would definitely bring you up to the next level.
Like, I'd keep Sabitzer because I do rate him. I absolutely do. Eriksen is aging now. We've got Casemiro. I'd probably look at getting a midfielder and maybe getting rid of McTominay or Fred.
I would keep Fred.
Good players,
get rid of McTominay.
McTominay, to be honest, and he's a decent player, and he'd be a Premier League player for any of the mid-table sides like Liverpool or Chelsea. But I just don't think he's good enough for United.
No, I don't think so.
You didn't hear what I said there, did you?
You don't think he'd be good enough? He's good enough for United.
No, I said McTominay is good enough for a mid-table team like Chelsea or Liverpool, but he's not good enough for United.
Sake.
And you're like, yeah.
I missed that.
I'm going to clip that bit. I'm going to clip that.
I missed that because I was looking at the clock and how long we were running. I was like, how close were we to actually getting it right? No, you fucker. I didn't hear that bit. That'll be edited out. No one will ever hear that again.
Live? What do you mean live?
Paddy, what do you think are the realistic chances of Newcastle getting top four alongside yourselves, maybe?
Well, if you look at Spurs being Spursy, I think they have a better chance than Spurs.
Yeah.
Now it depends on if Spurs can get in their new manager, which I haven't really heard anything about anyone being linked to Spurs. Have you?
Apparently your man Nagelsmann was supposed to be linked, but now Chelsea are after pulling the trigger on Potter. That's who they're trying to go for.
So they're really up shit creek then if they can't get, who are they going to get? Pochettino back?
Oh, here we go. Alisson making another howler. Pochettino's another one that was linked with them, but I don't know, would he fancy going back there? Like, when you had that team who were playing so well, you probably had Dele Alli at the time as well, who was in form. And then you've got Harry Kane, who's a couple of years older, Son, who's a couple of years older. Why would you go back and ruin your... I thought you had a good reputation there.
I had a great reputation.
Why would you go back and...
you got them to a Champions League final.
The final, yeah. So why would you...
Liverpool. And look, let's look at Liverpool again in terms of the one final that they did win was against Spurs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, doesn't
Like,
count.
fucking hell. Like, you were like, what the shit?
When you actually break it down, right? He's won the fucking Champions League and he's won the Premier League title. The Premier League title was with an asterisk because fucking everyone else was shit and everyone was dying of COVID. And the fucking Champions League was against Spurs. Like, he may as well have won nothing.
Yeah. Like any real challenges he had in the league against City, he lost. And any real challenges he had in the Champions League finals that he got to against Real Madrid, he lost.
Yeah. I mean, call us fucking crazy, but Klopp is shy.
Yeah.
Clip
you heard it here first.
Paddy, will we move on from that one then?
Yes, please.
On to something that every cloud has a silver lining. Is that right? Have I said that one right?
Yeah, that was right.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
No bread in that one. No bread in that one.
No bread in that one, yeah. But speaking of bread, Potter is toast.
Got
it. I got it.
Love it.
Got that one.
Just end it there. Just end it there. Drop the mic.
Yeah, we'll see us all next week. Paddy, look, we'll move on quick because we'll only do this probably till the.
No. We can stay and talk about this for a fuck off.
No, we'll just we'll just skip on to this one. We lost. It was bad. To be honest with you, same old fucking story. Chelsea were dominating the game in the first half and couldn't score. Pretty much like what they're doing now. Well, maybe not dominating now, but creating chances, can't score. And then Villa just take their chances, and to be fair, they punished us. Can't argue with that result. The one thing I do want to say is, and I got a bit of grief from a Villa fan who I know who was living over in Australia. He told me to make sure that you give Villa props and don't just say Chelsea are shit. And I do think that Villa do deserve props. They're doing really, really well under Unai Emery. And he definitely has taken them to the next level. Much better than that fucking has-been Steven Gerrard anyway. So I hold my hands up. Well done, Aston Villa. He were a lot better than us. Yeah, he's a great manager. So fair play to him. But Paddy, like I said, that silver lining is the fact that it put the final nail in the coffin for Potter. For me, look, I done a video saying that it has to pull the trigger, but Todd Bowley has to pull the trigger. Enough is enough. And lo and behold, I don't know if it was later on that night or then the following night, I get a message from, I think it was one of the followers on the Instagram page, Niall Black, and I just seen it popping up on my screen. Me and the missus were about to watch a program, and it popped up. You got your wish, Potter's gone. And I jumped up. I was like, whoa. I was like, got the remote, it's turning it on. I was like, she's like, what you doing? I was like, I have to fucking check something. Don't speak. You have to fucking check something. I was going mad. I was turned it on. There it is on fucking Sky Sports. Potter sacked. I was like, jumped up and I started going, yes. And she's like, what's wrong? I was like, fucking Chelsea manager after being sacked. And she's like, and what? Like, I was like, I fucking wanted him to be sacked. She's like, should they fucking sack every manager? I was like, don't start.
What was the program?
Do you want to know?
Yes, because I know you're embarrassed about it because you said we were about to watch a program. You didn't tell me what you're going to watch.
But I'm going to hold my hands up and say this program's unbelievable, and you might watch it yourself, Paddy. Below Deck on Netflix.
No, that's not.
Watch it. I'm telling you, watch it. I don't like reality TV that much, but this is very good. It's on Netflix and it's on any legal streaming boxes, and you'll get all the there's loads of different seasons, and it's why have this is a football podcast? Why am I talking about Netflix shows?
I'm actually watching Married at First Sight Australia, and wow, it's good.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good.
I watched the first two episodes. I watched the first two episodes of Ted Lasso, the new season.
Oh yeah,
shy, absolute shy. Oh. Yeah, so hopefully that gets better. But back on to Chelsea, Paddy. Yeah, it was the final. It was the final nail in the coffin. This is what I honestly think, right, of this whole situation with Chelsea. Todd Bowley, I think, and I know I might have given him a bit of shit over the time. I think he's really handled the era of Potter very, very well. I know he made an absolute colossal clusterfuck by sacking Tuchel. And a lot of Chelsea fans will always hold that against him. But he's came out when Potter was going through his rough period and said, "No, we fully back Potter. We fully back him," and that would have gave Potter confidence, and that's what you want as a manager, knowing that the board is backing you. The only thing that he can then be judged on is results. He's fully backed him. He fully believes in his ability to manage a team. But when shit hits the fan to the point where it's not retrievable, the season is gone, and you've pretty much shown maybe Chelsea isn't the right fit for you. Todd Bowley gave Potter plenty of time and allowed him to try turn it around. There was one or two chances where he nearly did turn it around, but couldn't keep it going, keep momentum going.
No, he didn't.
What?
No, he didn't.
Didn't give him time.
No, he never nearly turned it around. He gave him too much time.
He did. But I respected it.
So hold on, you're saying Todd Bowley, like, okay, he handled it really well. He didn't handle it nearly as well as Roman Abramovich would have for Chelsea.
Yeah, but no, because like Roman Abramovich was set in his ways in terms of he knew that when a manager was not doing well, he was gone straight away. Todd Bowley came in with an idea that this is the new era of Chelsea. I'm going to completely change the culture. We're not going to sack managers anymore. Now, I know we've done it straight away, but his idea was, I'll sack Tuchel, get a manager in who I think can be here for 5-6 years, longevity. And then he had a plan in mind. We'll get all these young players. So Todd Bowley, in fairness, it made it look like, anyway, that he was looking forward to the next 5 or 6 years with Chelsea, and they were going to be elite. It didn't work out. Look, like, that's all ifs and buts.
This is like us playing FIFA and being the manager and thinking, oh, let's make this decision or that decision and it'll be good. I don't think he truly has the knowledge to be making those types of decisions.
He shouldn't be signing players.
To sack Tuchel and get in Potter and then give Potter that much time, you might think, oh, he handled it well, but he will be the reason you finish outside of any European football this season. And quite possibly with nothing to show for it. Nothing. No chance. Because I don't see us win the Champions League. Absolutely. I know you're hopeful and all, but
I think we'll win it.
I don't.
The only thing is, the only reason I respect him now is because he sacked him. Like, if it had gone on another couple of weeks, I would have just been completely fuming and fucking screaming and shouting about him. But he's pulled the trigger and he's sacked him. So
too late though. But it's too late to claw your way back now into the Champions League spots. Should have done it
in a way, he kind of saved face by giving him enough time. I know we're saying he's giving him too much time and we're past the point of return. The season's a write-off. Fair enough for rebuilding. We're after signing loads of teams. In my opinion, we probably have the best squad in the league. I don't know whether many can argue with that, really, when you look at squad-wise.
Not going forward, I don't think.
Yeah, maybe striker is where we really lack. Like, our wingers are pretty good, like. The likes of Pulisic, he's actually, for someone who's a rotation player, find me some rotation players that are as good as Pulisic, because there aren't really that many. Joe Felix is unbelievable. I'm just saying it here. He needs to be made permanent. I think he wants to stay permanently, but I think that has to happen. Another one as well is Nkunku is coming in, and I'm pretty sure that if we get an Nagelsmann, he's already had him at Leipzig. So he knows him. So that could work out a treat. But Paddy, I think, look, on the Todd Bowley situation, I think he handled it well enough to give Potter enough time to really determine this guy is not the man for the job. Maybe left it a little bit too late. I agree with you. Because Roman Abramovich would have sacked him probably 8 games before that. Yeah. But at least we know, and at least he's got it out of his system, that this probably isn't the reality of modern day football. You have to just manage a club based on the results that are happening in front of you. And that's just I think that's the bottom line of it.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Absolutely. Like, because if he hadn't have had the resources at his disposal that he did have, I'd say, okay, you give Potter time because, you know, there was extenuating circumstances, but he gave him that window, that mid-season window. He spent 500 million or something, or 700 million or something.
Yeah, we spent 600 million since the start of the season. So,
and
that's not acceptable.
No, after Christmas, he should have got a month, maybe 2 after Christmas, and that was it.
Yeah. Well, look, Paddy, the damage is done now. Chelsea are sitting in 11th, and Potter is gone. Long may we fucking get a new manager in and we return to the top, because I think it will happen if we get a top manager in. I am going to say, people are always asking me who do I want in. I do like the idea of Nagelsmann coming in. Done really well at Leipzig and was doing really well at Bayern. Surprised they even sacked him. And I do like the thoughts of Luis Enrique coming in as well. I did say Diego Simeone. That's obviously not realistic because he's not going to leave in the middle of the season, especially when he's finishing up at the end of the season. Pochettino's another one, but to be honest with you, I don't think that's happening. I'm pretty sure he's out of the running for that.
The one thing I will say about Chelsea, Collie, is because you're saying there, you know, one of the best squads, and I remember a time when United and they always have been since Ferguson left, spending massive amounts of money. It's probably spent more than anyone, and we fuck all to show for it. So if he's throwing around money, but he doesn't have the right people in the background making the decisions, and he's be a long time spending lots of money and winning nothing, because I've seen it there.
Yeah, I know. I agree. I agree. It can happen, but I do think that Chelsea have a good core of players there that would definitely be enough to challenge any league. Like so. Oh, Jesus. Shoe. He's offside. Yeah, look, Paddy, it's all good. I'm sure we'll know. Apparently, the next manager is going to be in charge before Wednesday, next Wednesday or something. So by the weekend maybe. So we'll see what happens. Oh no, it's supposed to be the weekend. Wolves, I think they want them in charge. By Kepa, will you catch the ball, man? Right, Paddy. Anything else you want to add on Chelsea?
No.
Okay, right, we'll move off. Paddy, we have the fancy football. I'm going to pull up the thing. We'll do it real quick because the match is going to halftime there anyway. So I can close that out and just share it. So sorry, let me take us into the fantasy football. Buzz me another couple of seconds, don't I? We're middle of a game week, Paddy. So we'll read it out as it is. The average at the moment is 46 points, and I've got 50. So I'm happy. I'm 4 points above average. I've Alisson in goal.
You're going to lose 4 points on transfers, I see there.
Yeah, I've done through 2 transfers. Hopefully it pays off. I don't think it will. So yeah, 2 transfers, minus 4 points. I brought in Joe Felix. Alisson's in goal, White, and then I have Chilwell at the back with Trippier. Trippier got me 12 points. White got me 8. Chilwell has nothing at the moment. Hopefully, if he keeps a clean sheet tonight, he'll get 6. Rashford, 2 points, got me nothing. Billing, 3 points. Fernandez is captain. Thought he'd do better. 4 points, brought him in. Martinelli, 5 points, and Odegaard, 6 points. Whatever about Arsenal players, they're fucking unbelievable for points. Joe Felix has 2 points, and then Kane with 7. Kilman, Greenwood, and Tarkowski sitting on the bench with fuck all. Paddy, we'll look at yours. That's not the right one. 1 second. I'm clicking the full league table there. See how you doing yourself. You want to walk us through it?
Not great, to be quite honest with you. 31 now. So Ederson, 2 points. Shaw, I brought in, actually didn't perform too well against Newcastle, but we've still got a game to go. Alexander-Arnold, shocking. I'm going to have to get Seba out. Trippier again for me, 12 points, so that was something. Sancho, I brought in, didn't even start, only came on for the last 20 minutes.
The gamble, wasn't it?
Rashford captain, but playing tomorrow, so hoping that he might do something at Old Trafford. Saka, after the game beforehand where he had a stormer, I thought he was going to do more. Kane, 7, happy. Haaland injured, unfortunately, and Havertz playing now.
Havertz. Yeah.
Playing now.
You will have a Wobie coming in, and he'll give you an extra 2 points. So that's
okay.
It's better than a kick in the bollocks. Paddy, we'll have a quick look at Connor's team just to see how he's doing. 56 points, 61 points.
Jesus.
Mad cunt. He's Pope and goal with 6 points. Zaliba again injured. So injured. Shaw with 1 point. Me with 1 point. Bourne with 6 points. Then he has Rashford with 2. Trossard with 5. He has Kevin De Bruyne in 13 points, 0 for Haaland. Kane is captain, 13 points. He has Ollie Watkins, who scored again tonight, I believe. He has Solly March with 6 points, who will actually come in as a substitution, so he'll be getting them as well. And then Bueno and De Silva on the bench. So we'll have a quick look at the league table to see who's top, and it is Collie Lamb with 1884, and then second place is Oisin Kane with 1877. Jack Butler with 1864. Yeah, it's close to the top. Only 13 points in it. Oh shit, that's 7. Jack Butler in third, Lee Dillon in fourth, Dean Fletcher down to 5th, Adam Doyle up to 6th, Shane Burke up to 7th. A few new entries up there now. Couple of names that weren't there before. Johnny Murphy's dropped down to 8th. Conor Ennis with goes down to 9th, and then Tony Tam goes up to 10th. Francis Bellardi drops out of the top 10. So, Paddy, that's it. Off to fancy football and onto the predictions. Right, Paddy, we won't spend too long on this because I wouldn't mind getting off and going and actually watching and enjoying the second match. First match up is obviously the one that we are watching right now. It's halftime, 0-0 between Chelsea and Liverpool. What score do you think it's going to finish?
Well, after watching the first half, I'm going to go for... I did originally say Liverpool would win. I think it's going to be a draw, 1-1.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one to say. It looks like Chelsea are creating the better chances, but they seem to be scuffing every fucking shot they get. I actually think it's going to be 0-0. I don't think that's going to happen. Or else they're going to bring on fucking Salah and he's going to score the winner. So 0-0 or else Liverpool win. On to the next one, Paddy. Man United versus Brentford. You were saying earlier you think that you might get the result here.
I think they'll put in a defensive performance because I think Wan-Bissaka is going to be back. And they need a clean sheet. We have a good record at Old Trafford, so I see us winning the next 2 games. And I think after what Brentford done to us at the start of the season, we're going to win this by at least 2 goals. So I'm going to go for 3-1.
Interesting. Goal scorer?
Rashford, I think, is definitely.
Yeah. I'm gonna say 2-1. United. I think Ivan Toney's gonna score against us. I'm gonna use him as my scorer actually. 2-1 and Ivan Toney to score. Paddy, the next one is United and Everton. Obviously, Everton and Sean Dyche getting a great. I thought that was pretty good actually. Getting a great result against Spurs there yesterday. An unbelievable goal by Keane, and Jesus Christ, did you see the goal?
No.
About 30 yards out, he gets the ball, picks it up, and absolutely spanks the top corner. Yeah, absolute cracker. So yeah, look, Dyche doing a job with Everton. I don't think Everton are going to get relegated this season. What score do you see this one with?
I think Martial back. When those front players start knitting together, interplaying, which I think we're really missing, because it's one thing United could do is, switch the wingers, Sancho, Anthony, Rashford, Martial, like they could all play in each other's positions and cause havoc. And I think now with the Martial back, he might be a missing link. And I think 3-0. United are going to win this 3-0.
Okay, fair enough. And scorer?
I'm going to go Martial.
Okay. I think probably this one comfortable enough. I think 2-0. And I'm gonna say, who will I say? I'll go with Rashford to score. I think Rashford will probably get on the score sheet. Next one, Paddy, Wolves versus Chelsea. How do you see this one going?
Tough place to go. Really, really tough place to go. Even if you have a manager in place, if you don't win this game tonight, confidence is going to be rock bottom. I'll go for a draw, 1-1.
Yeah. Okay. I'm thinking we may get a manager in and he may be able to turn it around a little bit. And I'm going to say 2-1 to Chelsea. And I'm going to say Havertz to score. Just seeing this here. Southampton against Man City. What do you reckon on this one?
Yeah, City have to win to keep the pressure on Arsenal. So yeah, I think City win 3-1, 3-0 comfortably.
Yeah, Southampton is fucking.
I think Haaland will be back as well. The machine.
Yeah, I don't know. Like this one could be a fucking banana skin for Man City, because Southampton are in a spot where they're rock bottom, and they're in fear that if they lose this game, they may be a little bit too far to try to recover. So this could be a massive game.
I would say I agree, but I just think City know if they have one banana skin, the league is over. I think if there's one weekend where City slip up before Arsenal do, the league is over. That's it. It's done.
Yeah, and it could be this one. I'm gonna go right. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna say 1-1 this game, and I'm not even gonna be able to clip this because I have that embarrassing spelling down the bottom. So it's gonna be 1-1, and I think Kevin De Bruyne is gonna score for Man City. Paddy, on to the last one of the week: Liverpool versus Arsenal on the weekend. Talk to me about this one.
It's another one of these, depending on the result tonight. If Liverpool get a result here, can Klopp go back to changing the squad completely? Or do we trust the players that play it tonight? I think against an Arsenal, you have to play your strongest side. But look, we're saying strongest side. Is the Liverpool team that lost against City their strongest side? Because if it is, shit, they're bad. Yeah. I see Arsenal getting a result here against Liverpool. I know Liverpool perform much better at Anfield. But Arsenal, every time I see Arsenal going to slip up, they just keep on getting the results, and I see them getting the result again. Because Liverpool now have a game during the week. Arsenal, are they playing tomorrow, or do they have a rest until
Arsenal
the week?
are playing tomorrow, I believe.
Right. Okay. Well then, okay. I'm still going to go Arsenal.
Oh wait,
narrow 2-1.
I don't think they are. Sorry, I'll double check that because I don't think they are playing tomorrow. No, they're not. They're not playing tomorrow. That's them done.
Well, then they have a nice rest then up to the weekend, and Arsenal win. Yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 to Arsenal.
Yeah, I was actually thinking the same myself. I think Liverpool are going to score first, and I think that's when Arsenal start kicking into gear then. And I'm actually going to go 3-1. I think Liverpool will take the lead, and I think Arsenal will come out then all guns blazing, and they'll score a few goals, and the heads are going down for Liverpool. So I'm going to say 3-1 to Arsenal and Saka to score, because he's a sack of shite. Paddy, that's it. We're wrapped up. It is 8. I can't tell time now. It's 8:59. So the second half of the Liverpool and Chelsea match is just about to happen. So we will see how that goes. Hopefully it goes well. No doubt I'll probably be putting a video up on TikTok anyway. Just a shout out to our good friend Graham Lawler again, who done the rounds again on TikTok after 2 years ago to the day on April Fools. We pranked him thinking he was talking to Robbie Keane. If anybody is listening to the podcast, I'm sure you've probably seen that video, but if not, it's on our TikTok. It's very funny. Paddy, thanks for joining us this week. It's been a pleasure.
Cheers, Collie. Enjoy the match. I actually hope you beat Liverpool, because I hate Liverpool more than I hate Chelsea.
Let's go. Yeah, thanks everyone for listening and watching. And if you are watching on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, make sure you hit subscribe, like, follow us, send in a comment, because that's good stuff. If you're listening to us on Spotify or Apple or any other podcast platform, give us an 5-star rating and tell us we're deadly. Follow us on Instagram as well, and you can chat to us there. We will see everybody next week, Tuesday at 8 p.m. Goodbye.